For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came from Jesus Christ. That is John chapter 1, verse 17. Now, why did I say it first? Because I had to remember it. Because I'm in the truck. And we don't have electricity at the house. So I drove to work and decided I would do verse of the day in the truck. The problem is I forgot my Bible. So I just had to look it up on my phone. And yes. So, the law. Also, good morning. I hope everyone's having a good morning. The law was given by Moses, but it actually wasn't given by Moses. It was given by God to Moses. And Moses made it into a law. The law of Moses. And the law was for all of Israel to live by. And the problem is what human beings, what we did as human beings with law, is we made the law more important than God himself. We made the law into something, it was already unachievable for us because we're not perfect. We just aren't. We're not perfect by any means. So we took the law and we changed it into something else. And it became more important than God. It became more important than anything. And many people rose to power through the law. Through the law of Moses, they rose to power. The Pharisees and the Sadducees and all of them, all these men of God cared more about the law itself than God's teachings. Heck, than Moses' teachings, which were from God. And that's what humans do. We corrupt. And we corrupt because we're corruptible. And, well, our flesh is. Our flesh is corruptible. And God, he knew that. But he still gave us a shot. And when it was realized that we weren't going to do it, then he sent Jesus. And Jesus changed everything. No longer is the law of Moses binding. We can take all of the commandments and use them as something to live by, but they aren't binding anymore. They don't make us or break us. What makes us is our belief in truth. And truth has a name, and that name is Jesus. What makes us is believing in Jesus in our hearts and knowing that he is Lord. Knowing and believing and saying out loud that Jesus is Lord. Knowing that he died for our sins. And he resurrected. And through him, our old man dies. Our old sinful flesh, our old sinful spirit, all of that dies. And we are reborn in the spirit. And our flesh remains. But we're reborn in the spirit and resurrected with him. And then he ascended to sit at the right hand of God the Father Almighty. And we will ascend to heaven someday. We will ascend to live with him for all eternity. For all time. God is so good. So wonderful and graceful and true. So faithful and loving and awesome. I love him so much. So, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And I think I'm going to go... I did have like several Bibles in each vehicle, but I don't know. Eventually, they've just worked their way back in the house, because like I'll be holding one and reading a bit, and then I'll just carry it inside, and it never makes it back out again. So my wife has an NLT in here. I just don't care for the NLT. They change. They make a lot of verses and chapters into something else that they aren't. But a lot of people like the NLT. If you like the NLT, cool. It's just not for me. But I hope everyone has an exceptionally wonderful and just awesome day. God bless you.